Jordo?
Hi, Mom. What are you doing?
I am folding laundry. What are you doing?
I need to tell you something.
What?
Kaylee and I are planning on having a child. What is this?
What?
Do you still have the receipt?
The receipt?
Yeah, I'm gonna return it.
Return what?
Our land, honey, it's 55 degrees out. I thought we were moving to Panama. It's supposed to be warm and beautiful all the time. It's freaking...
I don't know about you, Livy, but I am loving this.
I'm freezing my butt off right now. We got down to 56.5 last night, honey. This is Panama.
That is
We're in the tropics.
Sleeping weather.
We have a few projects we're working on today. We got Iberto here with us. He's actually going to be working on getting this dirt all level so we can build a front deck. And then Kaylee and I are going to be working on sealing the whole workshop in. It was freezing last night. We're getting drafts because there's holes and there's just some things that we still need to close in. So that's what we're going to be working on today.
So we're starting our day by just getting some morning chores done. As you can see, we're letting our girls out first and the dogs are going absolutely crazy, chasing them like they usually do. So while we're going about our day today, we're going to be answering a lot of the questions that you guys have been asking us. So we're going to be doing a Q&A during our construction.
Our baby goats are out. They're cutting our grass. We get to hang out here all day and get work done while they do work for us, which is one of the big things about having goats that we're excited about. So the first thing we're going to be working on today is actually closing in the floor to the bathroom. So we actually never even did the floor, and we have this huge hole here. So we need to work on the floor today, but first I actually need to get some of these water lines out of the way because I need to do a little welding and I don't want these to melt. But that actually brings us to our first question, which was, what do we do for water? And for those of you guys that don't know, we do all of our water off of rainwater. The water runs down the roof, goes into the gutter, finds its way down this PVC, and then fills up these tanks. We filter it, and we use it for showering, dishes, everything but drinking. First things first, I just need to turn the water off. Now I just need to get these water lines out of the way.
So I'm just gonna slap a little coat of primer on this beam before we paint it black. And I figured, why not just jump right into the juicy questions? So our next question, someone asked, are you planning on raising kids up on the farm? And that is a very, very, very big yes. Jordan and I have always talked about and dreamt about being able to raise our one-day kids full time. And it's kind of ironic and amazing and beautiful that we found ourselves living and being in a position where we could do that right now if we wanted to. So I'm just gonna be completely honest with you guys that this is definitely something that we want to plan on doing within the near future.
You guys might be wondering what my thoughts on all of this are. And with everything that Kaylee said, I wholeheartedly agree. There was a time in my life when I was maybe like 8 years ago. I was like, man, when I have kids, the only thing I care about is that I get to raise them myself and I don't have to pay for someone to raise them. And we're in that position right now, honey.
I know.
And I just got a new lattice, so I'm pretty pumped. So while we're waiting for the paint to dry, I'm doing everyone's favorite job, which is spray foaming. Well, especially Kaylee's. Kaylee always wants to spray foam. And I see her looking up right now, being like,
I want to do that.
But we'll just keep the juicy questions rolling. The next question is, when am I gonna propose to Kaylee?
Are you doing that right now?
No.
Oh.
Should be like you there and you there. At any case, no? Just...
Of course, Kaylee and I have talked about this a lot, and the time will come when our families can celebrate together. I think that's one of the best things about a marriage or a proposal, is it brings two complete families together for one day. And we'll do that when that can happen, and obviously right now it's not possible. This one, I think.
I was just drooling over his spray foam work, so he let me hop on the job. But I wanted to answer our next question, which someone asked if we plan on allowing people to come up and stay on our land and help us out. We do want to have people that are going to come and help out, whether it's for a week, 2 weeks, and stay in our bus. But right now, we're really not in the position to do that. We really need to get a little bit more done before we can allow that to happen.
So I just finished welding the support beam in to support the floor for our bathroom, which brings us to our next question, which was, where do we learn how to weld? And we learned here on this farm, and we basically learned in this workshop. That was the purpose of this workshop, was to make a ton of mistakes and learn how to build something right.
64, 2.5.
And then 8 and 24.
So our next question was, are we gonna have a compost or a septic tank for our toilet? And the answer is, we're gonna do compost.
So the next question we received is asking if we're ever gonna travel again. Well, we're gonna travel again next weekend. We're in lockdown here on the weekends, and for my birthday, Katie decided to give us a trip down to the beach to get locked down at a nice beach house together. So that's how we're spending our weekend. And that's a good thing about having people be a part of this with us, is they can step in, people like Rodrigo and Kake and all the other people, and take care of everything that we're leaving behind.
Oh, there you go. Nice, love. Woohoo!
It's tight like a tiger.
Tight like a tiger. Ooh, baby. That looks so good. So we're just having a little lunch break. Got some roasted ham. So our next question asks, crap, I don't remember. I gotta pull out my phone here.
Just so you know, Roger's just eyeballing this ham right now. It's like, how do I get a piece of that without them noticing?
So our next question was, are there any building rules in Panama for how many structures you can build and how to build them?
There are, but they're way easier to navigate than in the United States.
Yeah, that was one of the biggest things. And also the biggest reason why we wanted to do this was because of the community aspect. That's something that we have been saying even
for years.
From when I can remember, we were in California.
We have a shot of this, of us sitting on the beach and talking about the stream that we had. Well, we've talked about this before, that we're thinking about building a little tiny home community. And this might be the spot. So this whole journey first started with us trying to figure out how to make this possible in the States. We started to realize that to build multiple houses on one piece of land, especially when you're talking about like 4 or 5 or 6, it gets really, really hard. And it's not really all that possible.
Nice, love.
Are you making the beats, Kake?
Yeah.
Well, we're starting on the trim. You can see those 2 pieces that we just put in. We thought we were gonna have to glue them into place, but it is so tight.
Tight as a tiger, baby. So anytime anybody reaches out saying they want to come up, hey, I'm trying to talk over here.
What?
My God.
So the family that's actually going to be a part of this community with us, they asked to come up today and give us a hand. So we can never turn that down. We love having some extra hands coming and giving some help. And of course, having the little kiddos running around is just so much fun. Looks like a little farm girl. So the next question is about our goats. They asked if we were going to be planning on doing a mobile goat grazing system. And this is something that we actually just started about a week ago. So we were kind of debating whether or not we wanted to have an electric fence and move the electric fence around. But then we decided it may be a little bit easier to have them on just a really long rope with like a regular dog leash, and then have it connected to a rebar in the ground that we can just pick up and move along as we want the grass to kind of be mowed down.
Brittany and Drew.
Yeah. No way. That's so cute.
Actually, give him a hug.
Made with love, it says on the back.
We got a little card from our amigos who used to be up here. You guys might remember Brittany and Drew. And they made this little card.
That's so sweet. You guys, if you're watching this, we miss you guys so much. No, you're always welcome back here. And now we actually have a place you guys can come and stay on the land.
I've always known that Kaylee's a badass, but this just goes to an all new level. She's doing construction in slippers today. Now they're just slippers, but they're pink fuzzy slippers. She just doesn't care.
It was too cold this morning to just wear my boots. I needed something to hug my feet.
Everyone's always getting so upset at you because you don't wear your safety glasses. Now you're not wearing shoes.
All right, you guys, I'm gonna go put my boots on just for you, okay? Big boy.
So you guys, Rodrigo just finished up his last day at the coffee shop.
I started that.
There was a few tears shed, a little emotional. It's time for...
I'm not gonna lie, you, I cry.
I don't understand. You look like you're about to cry right now. It's okay. But now Rodrigo's gonna be up here full time?
Yes.
Most of the time?
Full time.
Most of the time.
So Rodrigo is the first person to officially come onto the land full time. These are our absolute favorite kind of days, when everyone's down here, everyone's having a blast, everyone's working.
Yeah.
We have Iberto digging out a big hole, which will one day be our little front deck and chilling area.
Stargazing platform.
We had the whole family helping out with filling in some holes, moving some of the dirt around to places where we need it.
We got the kiddos running around, feeding the goats, using their little toy tractors and toy dump trucks.
I told them like that thing was gonna come in handy, you know, we need a tractor. But that brings us to our next question, which is what do we miss the most about living in the United States?
I mean, my first initial is probably being so close to family and friends. So that's
the same for me too, honey.
This is my call out to you guys. When the heck are you coming down? So we're just taking a quick little coffee break in my fancy new wine glass. I just want to let you guys know, a lot of you guys have been waiting because we've been a little bit late, but we're announcing our next coffee of this month, January, and here it is.
Look at how nuts this bag looks.
This label was actually made by a local artist here in Boguete. And as you can see, we kind of have a new look to it. We have white bags, and then we also have our little logo sticker stamp in the corner.
We call this coffee Wild Ride because it's very, very different. And if you see our scale here, from mild to wild, it's way on the wild side. So we're actually going to go and visit this farm next week, so we'll give you guys a little bit more details.
Absolutely.
But for those of you guys that just want to hop on it now, we'll link to it down below if you just want to give it a try.
How long have we had this thing for? Like
Years.
3 years?
Yeah.
Since we got in the bus, this has been our sander. And the little piece here was so worn down that anytime you'd sand, like within 2 minutes, these little friggin' screws would just rip through the sandpaper. So we had a leftover yoga mat that was pretty destroyed, especially from Roger just beating it up. So we decided to just cut a little piece of the yoga mat off and slap it on here. So we'll see how it does.
You gotta give credit where credit's due. This is all Kaki's
This
idea.
was all Kaki's idea. This is all Kaki's idea.
Thank
so.
you, Boo Boo.
Thank you, Boo Boo.
We've finally come to the moment that Kaylee's been waiting for. You can take a look. All of the black trim is done on this space, on this half. We still have to do above in the loft, but there's just too much stuff up there right now for storage. So, if you guys don't know, Kaylee loves twinkly lights. She loves lights.
I like lights. Just period.
So we're finally gonna put up the lights in our kitchen area.
Okay. I was literally putting it in the picture.
Oh, there it is, love.
So the next question is, what's the hardest thing about being an expat? And nothing's really been that hard other than finding materials. And this is really just to do with us building our own house. So I don't really know how much it is about being an expat, but trying to build your own house in Panama is hard because you have to know how to build like they build in Panama, because you can only get certain materials and we don't know how they build. And we don't know exactly every single piece that they use for everything. And a lot of times we want to do things that no Panamanian has ever really done before. Even like this workshop, like you never really see buildings built out of metal. So a lot of things we just had to figure out along the way. And same thing with this. There's no wire fasteners here. They only have wire fasteners for wood, at least at the hardware store I go to. They only have wire fasteners for wood. So we just have to kind of jerry rig it with a sheet metal screw and a washer. And you know, it works, it's strong, and that's all that we really need. You want to do the honors, sweetie?
Is that even a question?
You've been waiting for this moment for all day.
Just a quick thing. Look at my smoothie matches my PJ.
Oh my god.
Alright, baby.
So they're only halfway done, but we feel like it's important to give it a test.
Yes, so the kitchen area, which is the most important, we're not even using that area yet. You ready?
Go for it.
Wait, can I turn these off first?
Sure.
Ready?
Uh-huh. Oh!
Yep. That's the douche. That is the touch, baby.
That's a Rodrigo saying, because he can't really say touch, so he says douch.
That's the douche, baby. Wow.
Beautiful,
Wow.
honey.
Let's see it with the combo of the other ones. The other bulbs. So sick, dude.
Well, Kelly and I have been talking about this for a minute now. And before we put this video out, which is gonna come out in 2 days, we kind of feel like it's important that we first tell our family basically what we talked about earlier, that Katie and I are planning on having a kid basically as soon as we can. You're gonna be a grandma. Are you excited or what?
I am excited. I'm ready. Go ahead, find me a house. I'm coming.
David, can you listen to this, please? Alexa, pause.
We're planning on having a baby.
I knew it. You were just like feeding me a little spoon feed. But I knew when you were home the last time that you were getting like
Baby fever.
for baby.
We were gonna finish up all the lights, but we decided not to. We made a big old steak. We're cuddling with Lola right now, hanging out in the workshop, and we're gonna go up to the bus and go to bed soon, but just happy to share this video with you guys, happy to share all these answers to all these questions with you guys, and just share every step along the way. So that's all we got for this one.
We love you guys so much. And we'll see you on the next one.